poverty. Situation whereby you've gone to school and there's no job for you. You learn skills and there's no money for you to open up a place of work for yourself. So that is the main reason why I traveled out of the country. I never got any information from anybody. He never told me anything. The only thing he told me was that in 2 weeks' time, I'm in Europe. 2 weeks' time, I'm still in the desert. I spent 2 weeks in the desert. I left Nigeria May 25th, 2016. That was when I left Nigeria. So the journey was not easy. It's not something that you just sit down and start saying. But even if you say you should start saying all the things that happened, you cannot. In 1 week, you cannot say everything. So the journey was not, the main journey started when you were about to cross the desert, the border, Nigeria border to Niger. That place was like, I don't just know how to describe it. Because they used bike to cross us. And in that bike, we were 4 on top of the bike. And it was around 1 a.m. in the morning. So that day they put 4 of us in the bike, and it was 15 bike, about 15 bikes. So all the bikes were 4-4. And while the bike is going, because they have to use the bike because of the security in the border, so they want to bypass. So they put everybody there and they fly. The bike is not working, it flies. Because with the way they cross us, we are like, where this bike pass? And if the bike fell, maybe you fall along with the bike and you could not get up on time and enter, they will just leave you there. We were 4 in the bike, but we were only 2 that get to Niger. I don't even know about the rest of them. In my own bike, we were only 2 that get to Niger. The other 2 fell down. So when we got to Niger, the day after that dinner, they brought a bus to come and pick us from Niger to Agadez. And this bus, when we get there, we were thinking maybe the 15 of us that left Nigeria is one, because we are not complete again. We are now about maybe 10. 5 have fell down, so we're about 10 now. So we are thinking maybe it's the 10 of us that will enter the bus. All of a sudden, we saw crowd, and they put us inside the bus. You sit down, they put people on top you, on top you, on top you. We're like, okay, maybe the place is not far. That's why they want to load us like this. But do you know that Agadez, from Niger to Agadez, is 24 hours drive. 24 hours drive. So they took us to Agadez. On our way to Agadez, the bus got sunk in a place like that. I don't even know the name of the place, but it's still part of Niger, but it's a desert area. So the bus got sunk there. They said we should come down and start pushing the vehicle. And in that place, there is a quota there. So you can't even pull your shoe. If you say you want to pull your shoe, is a problem. If you want to use the shoe, is also a problem, because inside your leg is hot. They said we should push the vehicle. How can we push vehicle when this place is hot? The man started using stick to pursue everybody and said, if you don't want to push you on your own, you will just leave everybody there. Then we started pushing. We push and push and push and push until the bus go out from that place. Then we head up to Agadez. The sea aspect is, I spent 2 days in the sea. I spent 2 whole days in the sea, without food or water or anything inside the sea. The sea is something else. It's not something that you just advise somebody, because even if you see the sea, you cannot just say, you would just decide that I don't want to go again, but who will you tell? Who are you going to tell that I'm not going to pass through sea? They will just kill you, or they will push you inside the sea. You cannot tell anybody that you won't go again. Despite it's your money, okay, you take the money, I will not go again. You don't have the mouth to say that. So we entered the sea at about 12 a.m. in the morning. So we are going, and all of a sudden the weather changed. There was a wave in the sea. And when we saw the wave, we were like, everybody is gone. So we just put our head down that we are gone already. So we don't even have direction. So we started calling the mudir, as in when you say mudir, the boss that pushed us. So we started calling him. His number was not connecting. Because there's a tutorial I used to reach them. We started calling and calling and calling. From that particular time where the thing happened, we started calling and calling. The thing did not. So when it was about maybe after 8, the thing rang. Then he picked up. He said, okay, there's no problem. He saw everything. That we should turn about 360 degrees. That when we turn about 360 degrees, anywhere the boat face, we should just follow. He said, okay, then they turn 360 degrees. Then after they turned the 360 degrees, the boat faced somewhere. We don't even know where the boat faced. Then we started going. We were just there. We were just rolling inside the sea. Rolling. Then the fuel got finished. Because there's a fuel that will be pushing you. The fuel got finished and we were on top of the sea. For that whole day, we were on top of the sea, just roaming around. Nobody to rescue us. We were just there. We were crying. Because you can't put anything. Some even said they want to jump inside the sea. There was a girl inside the boat that jumped inside the sea. That she cannot bear it. Let her just die because everybody is just going to die. She just left the sea and jumped inside the sea. She left the boat and jumped inside the sea. That was how that one just go like that. And so many others, they died inside the boat. I will always tell even you are my worst enemy, I will always tell you that don't embark on this journey because it's a suicide mission. Some people said it's 50-50. I will say it's 80-20. The rate of death in that journey is more than the rate of survival. It's the one that entered they are seeing, the one that died. Because actually that very day they pushed 6 boats ahead of us. Where are those people? Do you know that when we were going, we started seeing some boats that capsized? It was only 1 out of the 6 boats that confirmed. So where about the rest? They are inside the sea, or most of them are in the prison. Most of them, you think maybe they have entered Italy, they don't want to call you as a parent or as a friend. Okay, this guy don't enter, this guy don't enter, you don't call us. It's a lie. Most of them are dead, and most of them are in the prison. If you did not go, you will not know how it is.